So how do we do it? What does it look like? Well, there's some tips that we'll kind of talk about today. But again, it's going to take some time to practice and find your own voice to get it to flow naturally. The first place to start is to express empathy. Be genuine in your response and wanting to hear what the patient has to say and not just tell them what you want them to hear. You're going to do what's called rolling with resistance and resist your writing reflex. So what that means is when your patient tells you a reason why something isn't going to work, you're not just going to immediately tell them a counterpoint or tell them why they're wrong. Whenever they present a challenge, you're not just going to immediately solve it for them. You're going to resist your ability and your desire to make it right for them. You're going to roll with the resistance. You're going to hear it, the response, listen to it, and keep going. Not immediately stop to solve the problem for them. It's harder to do than you think, and it's going to take some practice. You can also use a readiness ruler to kind of gauge how your patient is feeling about that change. You can say on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for you to do a certain activity? And this will help you understand and help you decipher with the patient, like, is it really a priority or not? And it also helps to develop discrepancy. Maybe the patient says, it's really important for me to not fall, but they're not willing to make any changes at home. So again, you really want to bring to light what they're saying and doing, any inaction that doesn't seem to be kind of lining up in your motivational interviewing. It helps support self-efficacy. So this is why it's so important with patients that have chronic conditions or maybe are medically complex. You want to get them to the point where they don't need you anymore in order to care for themselves. So that's why it's so important to adopt these strategies for that subset of populations. And don't forget to focus on the problem, not the patient. You're focused on addressing those barriers that the patient just can't seem to kind of get over by tapping in to what's important to them. So you and the patient are on the same team, working together to solve the same problem.